Hey there everybody, Don Evans here from Watchreport.com, and today I'm taking a look at the Rotary Regent. Now, if you're familiar with Rotary watches, you know they're mostly on the affordable side, but this one actually comes in at $469. Now, obviously here taking a look at it, you can see the Gerald Genta inspiration. You can see Audemars Piguet, you can see Patek Phillipe and others from Genta Designs all kind of rolled into one. And there's going to be 4 models. 2 of them are just your standard dials like you see here, your black and a blue dial. This is the dark blue, and then there is a skeleton dial version. Now, those come in a blue and black color tone as well, but what's interesting is if you get the blue dial, you get it on a bracelet, as shown here. If you get the black dial, it is a strap. It is the opposite, for whatever reason, for the skeleton models. I'm not sure why they do that, but that's what it is. Now, the last rotary piece that I reviewed was the Super 7 Diver. I found that to be a really great piece, but one of the things that I had a problem with that watch was the choice of the Miyota 8200 series movement. Unfortunately, that has carried over to this watch as well. This is a Miyota 821A, so it has, it's basically a Miyota 8215, but it has that skeletonized rotor. Talk about that here more in a minute. Obviously, integrated bracelet, so you're not going to be changing it out, the straps or anything like that. Let me give you all the specifications. You're looking at a 40 millimeter case. It is 12 millimeters thick, weighs 163 grams. Your lug to lug is 48 millimeters. It does have a sapphire crystal. As I said, you're looking at the Miyota 821A movement. Now, this is one of the newer hacking versions of the movement. Not all Miyota 821As that you might find out there, because they could be older, would have that hacking feature, but finally this movement has been updated to allow for that. This does have 100 meters water resistance. Now, 2 of the things I want to make sure I note, this does use friction pins in the bracelet, and there is no screw down crown. Originally, the press release showed that it was going to be a screw down crown. It is not, so that was like an error on their part. Now, taking a look at the dial here, very clean dial. This is a very, very, very deep blue, and obviously in certain light, or more specifically, the less light that is available when you are wearing it is going to look almost black. But it is a very clean dial. It's a good looking dial. It has a nice surround at the 3 o'clock date position there. No issues, nice applied markers. It's an attractive looking piece. They are listing this or calling this a premium sports watch. Now, at $469, it's not exactly premium, and this is obviously, it's still under $500, so it's on the cheaper side of things, but this is more expensive than the past rotary watches that I have reviewed, yet you're still looking at that Miyota 821A, in this case, movement. Now, walking around the watch, the build quality is very, very nice. I have no complaints as far as the build of this watch, the finishing of the watch. You see in that H-link bracelet, you have the high polished shapes going down the middle. You have that very, very nice vertical brushing. The case, is all high polish and brushed as well, and it's a very attractive piece. And again, it's taking from those Genta designs, so of course it's going to be attractive. Now, when it comes to that screw down crown, the only reason I mention it is because, of course, with this piece, you don't have any crown guards. There is nothing there to protect it. Now, I haven't really had any issues with it, but I personally would like a screw down crown with it. When you flip it over to the case back, I'm just going to say it. It's still not an attractive movement, even though they say the 821A is the more attractive Miyota movement. That's kind of like putting lipstick on a pig, in my opinion. I would have preferred a solid case back. I know many people, regardless of the movement, love to have that exhibition case back. I'm just not one of them. But if you want to take a look at this Miyota movement, it is, of course, there. Bracelet has the dual deployant on it. Very, very nice buckle closure here, though. I really like the way that they did that. It is very attractive. When you take a look at this watch at a glance, or you have it on your wrist, it does appear to be a more expensive watch than what it is, and that is due to the design and the finishing. So it does not come across as a cheap watch, in my opinion, at least not in person. I don't know, you know, I try and give you the best look at it here on video, and in my opinion, it is not a cheap or, you know, inexpensive looking watch. So if you are looking for something, if you've always liked the Genta designs, and, you know, there's this influx of all these micro brands and, you know, smaller brands doing these Genta inspired, you know, integrated bracelet designs these days, this definitely is one of the better ones that I have reviewed. I have another one coming in from another company again soon, so it is not ending. That design seems to be very prominent for, you know, 2020 and 2021. That is what they are going with. So this is definitely one of the better ones that I reviewed as far as just, in my opinion, overall looks and design. It fits comfortably on my 7.5-inch wrist. And very surprisingly, for a watch like this, the lume is actually very, very, very good, as you can see throughout the video here. So yes, it is $469. I just wish that they went with a different movement. I'm just not a fan of the Miyota 8200 series. And when you're looking at a watch like that Rotary Super 7, that was around the $250 mark, and that I could deal with the movement for the price. This one, you're getting up to $469, and I think that's a lot to ask for that specific movement, at least in my opinion. But I want to know what you guys think of it down in the comment section below. Let me know, do you love it, do you hate it, you know, whatever your opinion is, let me know. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And there will be a full review at watchreport.com. I'll have the link down in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you on the next one.